All right, it's day 2 at MDExpo. I'm sitting here with a representative from Zopec Medical. Introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Karina Deniz. I'm a product engineer at Zopec Medical.
So, Karina, thanks for sitting down with me. What is Zopec Medical about?
So Zopec Medical is really, we are a battery company. And so we're based in Blaine, Minnesota. Right now I have with me the UPS 90 Pure, one of our featured products. It's a hospital grade UPS battery. It's the smallest UPS battery that uses technology such as lithium ion battery. Same as Tesla. It has no maintenance, lasts 8 to 12 years, and is FAA approved and FDA approved. And it allows to just back up and power medical devices, and is very, very reliable.
Great, man. So, just so I can understanding, this device can be used with respiratory medical equipment like ventilators. What type of equipment could we plug into that at the same time, if you had to say?
Yeah, so that's a really great question, because the thing is that this is a really great just backup battery in general. So right now we have a really great in with respiratory therapists, but really we want to expand in so many different departments, because it can back up so many different medical devices. So we have an Airvo 2 with us today, but we also back up the MR850. Along with the Airvo 2, a lot of people use Aerogen, so you can plug that in as well at the same time. And just depending on the specifications, this device this battery can just basically back up any device that has a maximum draw output of 500 watts. And then anything that kind of falls within that region, you can just kind of just plug and go.
Great. Okay, then you mentioned y'all had other products. Just like it varies in what size of the batteries or different products altogether.
Oh, right. Yeah, so different sizes of batteries. So right now, like our UPS 90 Pure, it's 5 pounds, and it's the world's smallest UPS battery that is medical grade. And so basically, if you want our battery to back up, maybe let's say 1,000 watts. So we would need like a bigger battery for that. And that's what I mean by different products. So then you would have like a bigger battery, still way less than the 50-pound trip-light batteries that you deal with. And then you go and basically support that device with that said battery.
Awesome. Great. Now, where is your office located, corporate office?
Oh, we are located in the beautiful Blaine, Minnesota.
Okay. Do y'all cover what, United States? What's y'all range?
Right. So we are a startup, and I think that gives us a lot of power of where we want to go. So we have been reaching out to so many different states, so many different hospitals across the country, as well as being implemented and looking at distributors that are across the country. So the great thing I think that's so amazing about our company is that we have built batteries, but it's not just for the U.S. So the U.S. has 120 volts that it usually, plug and play. So you usually go and see 240 volts in other countries, and then 100 volts in Japan. We've made batteries for those things, and we're currently testing and trialing them out, and testing them with the equipment known. So Airvos, Hamiltons, stuff like that.
Okay.
And so we really want to reach every corner of the world, because people will come to us from different countries and say how much they need our product, how much they actually really would need that support. And honestly, I think I talked to someone from India last week, and then but the week before that I talked to someone in Ireland, and the week before that I talked to someone in the United Kingdom. So there is a really great outreach with this product. People need reliable backup support systems, especially when it comes to transporting patient care, transport helicopters, planes, rigs, everything. And they really do need that support, because what you see with the other UPS devices is that they will fail. And this battery does not.
Awesome. So tell the HTM community, how can we get in contact with you guys?
Oh my gosh. Well, you will probably either see Strong in person, because he is literally everywhere, or we have a Zopec Medical page. So it's at zopecmedical.com.
Okay. That's what, ZOPEC?
Yeah. Yes. And usually you can reach out to me or to Will or to another product engineer, but most people go through the cs@zopec.com email. That's the customer service. So we usually get outputs for that. Or there is also, I think, another email listed on there, but usually we typically go to the cs@zopec.com.
Great. Well, it was great talking to you, Karina. I appreciate the time you spent with me. Wish you guys all the best.
Oh, thank you.
All right, it's day 2. We're at MDExpo. I'm sitting here with Walt Moyer from CM Parts Plus. How you doing today, Walt?
I'm doing all right, Brian. How you doing, man?
I'm doing just great. So, Walt, talk to me. CM Parts Plus, what is that all about?
So we're an MRI depot repair facility in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We primarily repair MRI components, the high voltage stuff, RF amplifiers, gradient amplifiers. What we are not is a parts vendor. We don't sell parts. We don't stock parts. We don't have an inventory. What we do is you send us a defective part and we repair it and send it back to you so you have it ready for the next time you need it.
What region do you cover in the United States?
Oh, we cover the whole United States, and we have international customers.
Oh, great. Wow. So how long has you been doing this business here? How long you been in business?
It was an existing company. We took over in June of 2020, right in the heart of COVID. Yeah. And we haven't looked back. We're growing this year. We expanded our square footage. We basically doubled our square footage. We have 10,000 square feet. We've purchased a Siemens Avanto test system.
Okay.
We're in the process of purchasing a GE 450 test system. So we can, we test everything we repair. These systems will allow us to put it into a system and test it that way. But so
that's awesome. So if you could talk to the HTM industry, tell them what would make CM Parts Plus the go-to vendor for their needs. What would you tell them? Why would they want to come to you than your counterparts?
If they're with an organization that is independent of the OEM, for one thing, right? And I think this whole MDExpo is independent folks. If they're independent of the OEMs and they have some inventory of parts, then we would be the guys that they would send their defective parts to repair, so they have good parts on the shelf for when they need it. Generally, what we do though is we do repairs for the parts vendors. When they sell a part on exchange, they get the defective part back. If it's something that's in demand, then they'll contact us to repair it for them so they can put it back on the shelf for the next sale.
Right. Now, how can they contact CM Parts Plus?
So the absolute best way is on our website, cmpartsplus.com, and it's you can go on there. You can put in a request for a quote. Let us know, what's going on, what you have, what's going on with it, and we'll get back in touch with you probably the same day, depending on when we get the email. And the other way is to give us a call, and all of our contact information is on our website.
Great. Well, thanks for your time, Walt. I appreciate you stopping by. I wish you nothing but success, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, we back. I have another special guest with me. It's my brother from another mother. I'm going to try to keep it as formal as I can. I'm sitting here with Ryan Sanders. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing amazing. Glad to be here.
I'm glad you're here too, man. So what you been up to lately, Ryan?
Well, MDExpo. Hey, we're excited. We're having fun. Doing quite a bit of networking, doing quite a bit of of learning more about how our industry evolves, and then back home in the mainstay, we're just moving leaps and bounds in Southeast Texas to make for great, safe medical equipment and a good program.
Is this your first MDExpo?
It's not my first MDExpo. I've actually been to a number of MDExpos. I've had the pleasure of being a guest speaker and presenter. And of course, always enjoy seeing all my friends in the industry.
Yeah, it's like a little family reunion around here at times.
That's right.
Have you taken any classes then since you've been here, or you've been stuck in meetings?
A little of both, but I have taken some classes. Some of the classes that I've taken have been things that are just reminders, right? You know these things, but you see them on the board and it reminds you. But there were some other gems out there as well. I think Heidi Horn's presentation was very meaningful as well. She had a really nice element on the evolution of a hospital department's control of what a CE program should look like, and I just found that amazing.
So Ryan, tell me a little about your journey in the HTM industry. You don't have to go into no play-by-play. Give me a quick summary, because we don't have but 5 minutes and 10 minutes here.
Well, I tell you, it all started when I was born. My mother, I got into this business about 20 plus years ago, 25 years ago, and it's been amazing for me. I know I've worked closely with you, Bryant, but from cutting my teeth as a biomed and field service, moving through the ranks from a leadership perspective, and now being a vice president, it's just been an amazing journey, and I love having influence for the industry, and also receiving the influence of others, including you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I liked what you just said about, even though you've been in the industry so long and you've reached such a level, you're still humble enough to say that you are still learning.
Absolutely.
Some people may get to a point where they feel they don't have to learn anything new. Right. Do you have any certifications in the industry?
I do. I have. I'm certified healthcare technology manager, certified biomed, and I'm also a long time ago a certified electronics technician on top of it. So
that's great. You cover all the bases, huh?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, what would you call your best achievement in the industry so far in your career? If you had to say one thing.
I would say improvement of quality within the facilities that I've had the pleasure of going in and working with, and some of the big ones really, we could talk about them. I mean, but with the major hospital system that you and I were part of in Florida, right? To be able to go in and feel the confidence that together we can all work together. And make something that maybe is in a medium state or maybe less than medium state into something that's really great. That means a lot to me. And it changes not only that program and the patient safety of the equipment, but it changes the people's lives that work in those departments too. And that's a big deal to me.
Oh, man, that's great. So you're a person that's always a student of this industry. Where do you see the HTM industry going in your perspective? Because it's changing, almost look like monthly. So what's your picture in the next, let's just say a year, not 5 years?
Certainly. Look, I think in a year, you're going to see more and more of the technology integration, where your typical old school great biomed will also need to evolve with that. I think the lines between IT and biomed are becoming more and more blurred. And I think from our perspective, where we're going to be stellar is to be that amazing hardware electronics technician, service engineer that we all are at our core, but combining in a real knack knowledge for the IT industry, including cybersecurity, of course, and integration and everything that goes with it.
Well said. Now, before we finish, I just want to always ask the interviewers, if you could just share some information with the HTM industry, what would you like to share with them? Little advice. If you had to give something that any level can take to heart and utilize, what would you do? What would you say?
I would say that no matter what position you're in this business, it's important to be self-reflective and take a moment to pause, really think about, why do you love what you do? Because it will provide you a guiding light in those tough moments where you can reference back and say, well, today's not the day that's been a great day at work, but the reason that I do this is because I know what I love about this business and about my career. And that's whatever your career progression is.
Well said. Thank you, Brian. As always, my brother. Good to spend time with you.
Absolutely.
Take care, brother.
Fantastic.
Okay, I'm sitting here with another good friend of mine, Miss Maria Denson. How you doing, Maria?
Hello there. Doing fabulous.
That's
Thank you very much
good.
for having me here. How are you?
Yeah. Your friend want to join us? Oh, she don't.
Adriana, would you like to join?
She come sit down here and she's taking pictures. We got another one in there. There's two of them. So who are you and what's your name?
My name is Adriana Martinez. I work for Mobile Medical Technologies.
Great. So Maria,
Yes, sir.
Let's get to it.
how you been?
I've been great. This was a really good turnout. It's a very good show. Yes.
So tell me about yourself and what you contribute to this HTM industry.
So a little bit about myself. I started in the industry about 15 years ago. I started doing office administration, just invoices, just regular admin stuff. Worked my way into part sales, project management, and now I'm learning engineering. I've been doing an engineering work for about 4 years, and my ultimate goal is to say that I am a full-blown engineer that can troubleshoot systems and resolve errors. I work with Scanning Technologies. Scanning Technologies is owned by several partners that have been in the industry for many, many years. Even though Scanning Technologies is just starting out, we're 1 year old, and we've been hitting the ground running.
I still can't forget that icon picture with you standing on top of the MRI with the steam coming out. Oh, not steam. What was that? That was steam?
We were doing a helium fill.
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
It's liquid helium.
So, Adriana, what about yourself there? How long you been in the industry?
I've been in the industry for about 4 years. I have a similar background with her. I started as a warehouse manager, warehouse inventory. From warehouse inventory, moved up to warehouse manager. So as the cool thing about warehouse manager, you learn the parts as you go. So I started like, okay, well, the engineer needs this. He also might need this. And that's all from learning the parts itself, which is really cool. I'm more GE. Maria's more Siemens. So after warehouse manager, I moved up to sales for Mobile Medical Technologies. And there we do the trailer refurbs, trailer service, the HVAC, trailer generator. Anything that has to do with the trailers, we do. So we service a trailer, Maria service a system. So that's a good way to work together.
Absolutely. So this is not your first MDExpo, is it? No.
No, I started MDExpo, I would say solid 9 years ago.
Oh, wow. What about you, Adriana?
I would say this is my third expo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. How you think it's going so far?
This has been a great outcome.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was a lot of people. Today's a lot of people still.
Yeah, right. What y'all think? Where y'all see MRI going?
MRI world hasn't, at least from the last that I've seen, it hasn't really changed much. There's a lot of industries, a lot of companies that are still strong in the industry, getting bought out, new ones coming in. But for the most part, it's the same. What I do see that's changed is the social media and the exposure that everybody's receiving. For so many years, it's been a hidden industry. It was a hidden gem. So the owners would bring in, their friends, their family, their kids. Now we're growing. The industry itself is growing. We're getting more publicity. We're getting more exposure, whether it's podcasts like yourself and getting the name out there, whether it's educational courses, career days. And I love to see that. And a lot more women in the industry too.
Yeah.
When I first started, the women, for the most part, were doing just the trade shows. It was like the token ladies to bring in the attention for the trade shows. And now there are so many that are in leadership and decision making, and they're actually making the change within the HTM. And that's really cool to watch.
And I kind of want to add on to that.
Sure.
It's all thanks to you. Going back to how she said exposure, I appreciate what you do. I was talking to Maria. I was like, I wish I would have met someone like you back when I was in high school. Because I actually have a BA in criminal justice.
Okay.
But now that I'm in this industry, I'm like, I'm intrigued here and I want to learn more. I want more from here. So my BA is on the side, not being used, and I wish I knew about this whole industry right fresh out of high school.
Hey, it's a great.
So I really appreciate what you do because I know you guys went to New Orleans, so it was really cool.
Well, you got to come next time.
Definitely.
I mean, that's what to me what it's all about, and I believe in my heart of heart, the more you give, the more you get, and this industry has been great to me. So my thing is, I want to give back, and that's good. You guys like that because I noticed on the internet, you all are very active with CMIA. So what do y'all do, since we're talking about CMIA, what's some of the joy y'all get from going to a CMIA meeting, dealing with the kids there?
We recently joined, so we haven't yet been exposed to a lot of the CMIA events. Okay. But just, again, the exposure that they bring. So for the next generation, the career dance events that Byron has put together and the social media campaigns that they're talking about and putting together is going to be in effect fairly soon. So getting young kids involved and interested in our industry, getting them involved in the technical aspect of it, that it doesn't just have to be, sales are fantastic. Sales is personality, and that's always going to get you in life. But the technical expertise, from my perspective, is what's going to provide that stability in a career choice for many, many years to come.
Yep. And I'm going to tell you this, the drive y'all have for it, how you feel, how much you wish you would have had before, use that when you talk to the kids. So look, I have a BA, and I'm not even using it because this is where my calling is. I mean, we don't know. That's why it's kind of challenging for the kids at 17 to say, what you want to do? But you can tell them, you might not know what you want to do, but just do this till you figure it out. And if they see how much you care and like it, I guarantee you, because they don't know. You saw when I was in New Orleans, the kids was like wide-eyed. And that just shows that you're doing something that's right. So, and I'm here for you. Anything you need, call me.
Thank you.
I'll try to send out to you on my list so you get my information. She gets it, so.
Yeah, I just met Maria in December.
Oh, really?
Like last December.
What?
Then I've been told she's been in the industry for many, many years. So we actually met at a trailer inspection.
Come on.
And when I met her, I was like, dang, I think I just met my new mentor.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Man, that's,
yeah. And ever since then, I had unfortunately, my other job I worked for, I had a layoff. So I wasn't working for a bit. And then Maria reached out. I was like, hey, I know someone's looking for a sales manager. Are you interested? And I was like, heck yeah. And that means I'm staying in the industry, of course,
Absolutely.
So ever since then, she's been, helping me out. Was it under her wing type of thing?
Mm-hmm. Because see, the deal about being a good mentor, mentee, it has to be interchange. Now, she could be mentoring you, but at the same time, you could be mentoring her. It's not a good relationship if it's always a giving only. So if she's mentoring you, hopefully you show her your appreciation by the way you do your job, the way you pick up on things. So that's what I always tell the mentee. Don't just take.
Right.
Figure out ways to give back.
And it's a lot easier definitely to mentor and help someone along the way who's interested and who's passionate about learning.
Yes.
And you can't teach that. You can't tell somebody get excited. And Adriana's excited about this industry, and that's what I love the most because I'm all these years in, I'm still very much passionate about what we do.
Hey, you have to evolve. I'm 31 years, and still I'm been in 2 years. You have to stay like that because if not, you get stagnant, and nobody wants to be stagnant. To me. Well, I appreciate you guys coming and talk with me, Maria and Andrea. I said your name, Adriana.
Adriana, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Andrea. I keep wanting to put that N in there. There's no N, but I appreciate you guys, and man, I wish you the best. If you need me,
thank you.
You know how to contact me.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
How you doing, sir?
Doing awesome.
Thanks for coming. Sit down there for a minute.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Let's tell the listeners who you are and who you're working with.
Yeah, sure. So my name's Tim Keohane. I'm the vice president of AM Bickford. For the HTM community, we just have a small niche product. It's a gas indicator. It tells you the anesthetic concentration coming out of vaporizer to make sure the vaporizer is working properly. The story of my company actually starts with my grandparents. My grandfather is an extremely smart man, inventor, entrepreneur, really well known in the anesthesia community. He owned multiple patents on different human vaporizers. And my grandmother, she was the sales rep. She had the gift of gab. They were a dynamic duo. My grandfather, the strong, silent type. My grandma, she would just go out there and do the selling. And one day, my grandfather was looking at a magazine. He saw an ad for a Riken gas indicator, manufactured in Tokyo, Japan. He started writing letters to the company. 50 years later, we're still selling them. It's a classic American type dream story, right? Entrepreneur. So we're located in Buffalo, New York. We have 8 employees, mom and pop shop, 3rd generation. John Bickford, who was with my grandparents, is my uncle. He's the president. And my mom, she does the books, and I'm learning the books right now, doing payroll, accounts payable, accounts receivable. It's great. It's fun.
Man, I guess you're touching all bases. You're almost like a one-man show, but a one-family show.
I am. Yeah, well, it's a lot like this MDExpo. I mean, we're a small, tight-knit community, a family. I think your son's involved too, right? So it is kind of like a family-type business, and it's just kind of great to be here. For a small company like me, this brings so much value. Everybody at Tech Nation's great. Jamie and her team, they really bring value add to my company because we don't have the budgets of those big guys, right? So we have to really take advantage of what we can.
So I'm going to give you a minute. You mentioned the history of it. What would tell the HTM community what will set your company apart from your counterparts?
Gotcha. Yeah. So we're small, right? So when you call AEM Bickford, you're going to get somebody on the phone right away. You're going to get a live person. You don't need an account number. You don't have to type in an extension. And you're going to get your answers provided quickly. You're going to either talk to me or my coworker, Jim Lamarty, and we're going to help you out right away. Now, for my product, the Riken Gas Indicator, it's a niche product. The FI 8000P is the newest one. And we calibrate them in our shop. They're calibrated within 24 hours of us receiving them. So it's going to hit UPS. It's going to hit our warehouse, our factory, and it's going to go right back out again to you. So it's going to be a fast turnaround time. So you're going to get customer service. You're going to get fast turnaround time, and you can get your problem solved right away. So we value our customers, and we try to communicate that to them. We try to provide it to them every single day.
So how can the HTM professionals contact you?
Good question. So you can go on our website, ambickford.com. You can click on the Riken Gas Indicator page. All the information about that one product is on there. You can email us. My email is timk@ambickford.com. We'll get back to you right away. You can give us a call too. We're there open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. And again, we're just a small family company against these bigger guys, and we're just looking for support in business, and we're here to help the community out as much as we can.
I appreciate you coming on, Tim. Wish you nothing but the best.
You got to have B-Hawk do the Heisman stands. Desmond Howard has nothing on him. So I appreciate you having me on here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Take care, brother.
Take care.
We're back here at MDExpo, day 2. I'm sitting here with 2 individuals that are close and dear to my heart. Introduce yourselves, ladies, and who you're working with.
Good afternoon. It's great to see you, Brian. And it's great to be with you again. I'm Lisa Gonzalez. I'm the Director of Student Services at the College of Biomedical Equipment Technology.
Hi, Brian. I'm Lesley Harrington. I'm the Career Services Supervisor at the College of Biomedical Equipment Technology.
So you both mentioned you work for the College of Biomedical Equipment Technology. How things been going on the school front?
Fantastic. We're growing. We have new program. I know last time we were on, we spoke to you about the BMET certificate and degree. We have the HISM, which is the Healthcare Information System Management degree and certificate. We have an RBLP course, which is for resilience resilience building leadership program. We're going from strength to strength and doing amazing things in the industry and building some fantastic partnerships with many companies out there and people like yourself.
So if you had to talk about this industry right now, you guys come to a lot of shows. Where do you see the HTM industry going with reference to young people?
We see a lot of enthusiasm with our students. We have a lot of young students coming in, very entry level, right out of high school, looking to start their career. And then we have a lot of students enrolling in the programs that are, seasoned technicians, but they, enroll in CBET to pursue their education and be able to get that next step in their career. So we see a lot of enthusiasm. We love to connect our students to the different industry partners. We love to connect with Bearded Biomed and all of our different partners here, Intermed, and it's a great network, and we love the enthusiasm of our students.
And you like working with HTM On The Line.
And of course, HTM On The Line.
Our favorite.
Let me. Now, I want to talk about one thing that I think you guys have a strong new love for. It's the high school's career day. I saw where y'all just recently went to one, and the response you put on LinkedIn about how amazing it was. Tell me about it more. What was one of the things that stood out the most to you?
I think just sharing the knowledge and the amazing work that biomeds do. There's so many times you have an operation, you thank the doctors, but you don't realize that's unsung hero is the biomed. Without the biomed, a lot of that work, the doctors and nurses do, doesn't happen. So for us, it's sharing with them that, you're saving lives every day in a different way. We went to the high school recently and we took with us a patient monitor. We took along Rigel's test equipment, and Lesley and myself, and no technician. And we had a bit of trouble setting it up, so we did some troubleshooting over the phone. And the students came over. They loved hearing about it. There's many students that tell us, I work with, my dad on the car. I've helped my dad repair the lawnmower. And even just the young girls, there was 4 of them that said, yeah, I've heard of biomed, and it's great. So sharing that word and hopefully trying to get that next generation into the industry is we love it. We love what we do.
It's great to see that spark in their eyes when we explain what a biomed does, explain the HTM industry, and they've never heard of it. And we tell them, you've got those skills, as Lisa said. You like to work on your car. You like to help your parents tinker with things. You like Legos. One of the students' eyes lit up when we said, do you take apart computers or gaming systems? And he was like, I love to do that. So it's just great seeing that aha light bulb moment in their eyes when we describe, biomeds and what they can do in the profession.
How many biomeds y'all put out in a year?
I think last year we had somewhere in the region of about 300. This year we're going to beat that, and we're going from strength to strength. One of the courses that we have at the college is the professional career development course. And that to us is really not just become a program, it's become really part of the whole process and life cycle of a student, because we do that mock interview with them. We talk to them about the importance of that communication, having your elevator pitch. Lesley,
updating your resume, targeting it to the healthcare technology management industry, hitting on those keywords, troubleshooting, those technical skills that students don't even realize translate into HTM.
Well, look, guys, y'all got to come back on the show. It's been since 2022, right?
It's been a while, Brian.
Yeah, really?
So, January of 2023. It was the early part, so it's time for y'all to come back because we can talk about an hour and a half. We're supposed to be a little quick movement here.
We're so passionate about what we do.
Exactly.
You have to kick us off.
We need to get it together. So we get back and not slow down, but just fit some time in. I would love to talk because y'all have changed so much since the last time we spoke. So I think we need to update one. And if anything I can do for you guys to help anytime, because I love and appreciate y'all to the sky, because y'all are I brag and tell people all the time, y'all are the real reason for what I do. Y'all have been supporting me since my second episode when I was. So I love you guys, and I'll do anything for y'all.
We love you, Brian. We'd love to have you on our course and speak to our students as a guest speaker.
Please. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're here at MDExpo. I have another guest, Mr. Rick Walston with Prong Technologies. How you doing, Rick?
Good. I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Did I pronounce that name right?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay, great. So, Rick, tell us about Prong Technologies, even though we all know about it.
Okay, well, Prong manufactures small, compact, durable test equipment for the biomed. We have also software that runs it on an iPad or iPhone, and you can control the equipment and get data back to it.
Great. So where are you guys located?
Our factory is in Sun Valley, California, which is near Burbank, LA area.
Now, I work at the company I work for. We use Prong a lot. So what could you tell the HTM community that sets Prunk apart from the rest, or why they should use Prunk instead of everyone else?
Like I mentioned before, small, compact, durable. That's our key features, but it's also easy to use, extremely accurate, and we design everything with the biomed in mind. And anytime a new product comes out, we put it in the hands of biomeds to actually use it before it goes out on the market. A good example is our new pressure meter. We had that out for 6 to 8 months with biomeds all over the country, using it, trying to break it so we could fix it and have a good product when it hits the market.
So I know now technology is advanced. Do y'all have any type of integration with the equipment on the servers?
So what we have is an app called the Mobilize app that, like I mentioned, controls the equipment. You get data from the equipment, and then you can send reports from that to your CMMS, or you can email them. I've got small ISOs that use them as their service report for it. So, and we do offer some integration with CMMS systems as well, that the data goes right into the work order, so you don't have to send it.
Now, let me ask you this question here. I see the part about the integration, because that's the thing that's awesome. That makes sure accuracy is there. Maintenance. Do y'all have high maintenance issues with your equipment as far as repairs?
All of our equipment comes with a 4-year standard warranty. So anything, parts, labor, all covered for 4 years. We have, we've been in the industry for 18 years, and we still have some of our original equipment on the in the market, still in use.
I appreciate you coming sit down now with me, Rick. Maybe you got to do a full episode one day, man.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm just getting snippets in, getting people in.
Okay, man, I'm going to be starting to come down to Louisiana, so
listen to me, man.
I'll hit you up.
Yes, sir.
We'll get together.
Thank you for your time, brother.
All right, man.
Okay, day 2 here at MDExpo. I'm sitting here with someone who has energy to no end.
His number one fan.
There you go. See, I'm trying to be modest. I'm with Miss Adriana England. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
How's the show been going?
Amazing. Day 1 was absolutely fun. Today's a little slower, which is okay because I get to spend time with you.
Okay, how's the action yesterday? Was it busy?
It was busy. It was busy from when we got here till I went to bed last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was busy. A lot of interaction, a lot of mingling with vendors and customers.
So, what company are you affiliated with?
I'm with Advanced Ultrasound Systems, or AUS.
And where y'all located?
Tulsa, Oklahoma. But I'm a Cali girl.
So I'm gonna assume that you repair and service ultrasound equipment. What y'all do?
We do. So when you think ultrasound, we definitely would love to be that resource. We are 100% fully focused on that. So training, parts, depot repair, customer service, tech support, service, anything ultrasound. My job is to brand AUS as the number one choice.
What area y'all cover in the United States?
So we are focused in Tulsa, Oklahoma. However, I'm in California, so we have California coverage. We have coverage in Texas, and we are constantly branching out.
So in those states there, what would you tell the HTM professionals? Why would they want to use AUS instead of the counterparts?
Well, me, duh. No, we're a powerhouse. So we only have 22 employees. However, our director of service is a close friend of mine, Jim Rickner, and he's been in the industry for 20 plus years, and he teaches at a biomed level. So he definitely is coming on site, just spreading his knowledge and expertise. So you can choose anybody in this field, but when you have somebody that's been doing it for so long with passion, why not give us an opportunity?
Awesome. Now we're going to switch lanes a little bit. I want to talk about this women in leadership. group here. What is that all about?
So we started in October, and I partnered with 4 women that just had something more that we wanted to offer the HTM community. We're all in sales. We're all in the healthcare network. However, we have a passion for leading and mentoring and inspiring other women to get into this profession. So we grouped as 4, and today we have 130 plus members. We are quickly growing, and our mission and goal is to inspire other women to take on a leadership role. And if you're not in a leadership role, to mentor with one of us that we can help you to get to that level.
Okay, now how can someone join this Women in Leadership group?
So we are on LinkedIn, so you can find our group. You can reach out to myself, April Lebo. A lot of people know Kim. We have Amber from Midwest. So we're branded on LinkedIn, and or you can reach out to Bryant, our favorite.
How do someone get in contact with AUS?
So I am all over social media. I'm a social butterfly. So you can find me on LinkedIn. You can also email me at aengland@advancedultrasound.com. You can Google, we're a quick Google search, Advanced Ultrasound Systems, and I am easily available.
Do you have a company website?
We do, advancedultrasoundsystems.com.
Well, it was great, Adriana, talking with you as always.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you again. You got to come on my podcast one day.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're back here at MDExpo. I'm sitting here with I'll say okay friend of mine. I mean, she's a good friend of mine. Kim Rowland. How you doing today, Kim?
Hi, B. Thanks for having me on.
Good. How's the show been going?
You know, it's been a really great show. I think Vegas is a great location, and always a good time to get to see you.
Oh, appreciate that. So you've been seeing any old friends? Rekindling new friends, making new friends. How's it been going?
You know, the best thing about MDExpo, it's almost like a family reunion. I think a big part of our industry is long timers and getting to reconnect, not just on the end users that are going to be here, but also on the vendor side. You're always going to be able to do business with that co-opetition level in the industry. So yeah, it's been really good.
Great. So I know it's not your first MDExpo. Is it? How long you been coming to these shows?
Oh my gosh, are you trying to age me? You are.
5+ years?
5, yeah. No, literally, I think it's been 20 plus years. I think I'm around.
You started in high school.
Exactly. You know it. We did just become best friends.
So you technically can see the evolving of this expo and the biomed industry for that matter.
Yeah, absolutely. The expansion, the biomeds, and the connecting of the two departments. I think that there's a little bit more of there was more of a defined line, a black side and a white side, right? When you have biomed and then you have the imaging. And I like that we've been able to merge those a little bit more, be a little bit more collaborative and make it more of a gray space, I think.
So in your opinion, do you see, since you mentioned co-opetition, do you see a lot of vendors, OEMs, starting to work more together, or do you think it's starting to spread out even more?
I think that to be successful, you have to adopt the co-opetition mindset. I think in the third-party space, nobody's going to have all the inventory that they're going to need, and you build those relationships amongst each other and work with each other, because ultimately it comes down to patient care. You want to get the best price and the shortest distance for that customer to get that part. They're going to get the best price. So yes, you have to develop those relationships with the quality parts providers and training companies.
Okay, let's switch gears a little bit here. I'm admiring your outfit there. It's pretty blue.
Power blue.
Yeah, so women in leadership.
Yes.
I know what that's about because I've had a few of your counterparts on here already. So where do you see women in leadership, or what's the vision of women in leadership from your perspective?
So and take a step back. Okay. You said you've already interviewed them. I'm just getting on here. Where's our friendship place now?
Well, you was signing autographs and taking pictures, and I had to go to the next ones. So
I think in a nutshell, what I love about the women in leadership is being able to pay it forward. I think the whole membership board or the leadership board has been in varying degrees of stepping up in this industry, right? And we've got stories that have gotten us to where we are, and we can really relate to like the foundational of what builds quality employees, technicians, salespeople, whatever. We've got a wide variety of experience, and I love that we get to go out and meet the people and normalize women in the space specifically. The whole women part about this is we're not trying to make it male female. What we're trying to do is make it about the human thing. This is a more male dominated space. It's gotten better. We always need improving, but we're not trying to just focus on female. We're just saying, hey guys, there's a place where we have different conversations. We want to level it out to be a human connection. Let's look at it as what our expertise is. Let's interview and be hired based on what our skill set is. Are we ever going to get there 100%? No. But how do we empower people, change their mind? We don't have to always find the same obstacles. How do we let them know, the questions to ask and the places to be and the networking and the things that I don't know everybody knows, especially new into the space, to get involved in and get connected with, to be able to really improve their career and their connections in this space.
I mean, anything I can do to support y'all, just keep me in the loop. And I appreciate you coming and sit down here and talk with me.
We appreciate you. We appreciate your support, and we want to get the message out. We only know so many people around us, and we want to expand that. We don't want it to feel exclusive to just the people that we know in our circle. So thank you for getting the word out and expanding out the awareness.
You got to come on my podcast and we can talk a little longer.
Let's do that. I know this went by very quickly.
Yeah.
Thanks for making this even a lot more fun here at the show today.
Thank you, Kim.
Awesome.
All right, this is the last interview from MDExpo Las Vegas, and I'm closing it out with a friend of mine by the name of Kelly Thakkar. How you doing, Kelly?
I'm good. How are you?
How's the show been going?
Good. It's great turnout.
So, Kelly, who are you working with?
I'm with J2S Medical.
And what does J2S Medical do?
We are a general biomedical parts and service provider. Our core competency is infusion equipment. So we primarily provide service, replacement parts, rental equipment, all under the infusion umbrella.
And where y'all based out of?
Cincinnati, Ohio, baby.
And y'all cover what parts of the country?
Everywhere, anywhere.
Everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. And how can someone contact you guys?
They can reach out to us on our website, j2smedical.com. They can give me a shout, 513-293-0613. Anytime.
You just shared your number like that?
I don't mind.
Okay.
Give us a call. We'd like to help.
That's amazing. So, where do you see the industry going in the next few years? Next year, I'm going to say a few years.
So I've been in HTM for about 6 years. And one thing I think there's been two big shifts. There's a lot more education about the field. A lot of people are hearing about it more, especially the young folks out there, which is really nice. And there's a lot more women, and I really like seeing that. So those, I think, are the two things I'm noticing. There's always, different things as far as infusion pumps from the OEM that can be challenging. But I think more than anything, there's just a higher view on our industry that previously wasn't.
Let me ask you this question. So, as far as giving back, do you guys do anything with regards to giving back to communities and things like that in the HTM industry?
Yeah, so Sarah Stem, who is one of the founders of J2S, was really, really big on that. So one of the things that J2S used to do every year around the holidays is we had a whole day dedicated to volunteer service in our community, which was amazing. So Sarah, as many people know, got sick in 2020, recently passed away. But the last in-person volunteer organization that we got involved with is a really cool org that is focused around providing diapers for children in impoverished areas, which isn't necessarily related to HTM, but it was just really cool because it was something that has such a large reach to a lot of people. So it's a diaper bank, essentially. And then we also partnered with Matthew 25 Ministry around us. Again, not necessarily related to HTM, but just something that Sarah really believed in and still wants us to carry on today. And then we're involved in some of the community colleges around our area and actually have a lot of interns that work with us. So trying to get them exposure to the real world. So that, as far as HTM goes, we do that.
And also, don't y'all get involved with biomed associations?
Oh, yeah. So I am actually on the board of the Kentucky Association. I love it. And so KME kind of came from the ashes and really started to grow and had a great symposium in 2019. And then COVID kind of shut us down for a while, but we're growing again. So that's awesome. I'm involved with the Ohio org, Indiana, Chicago. Since we're in Cincinnati, we kind of like branch out through the tri-state area. So yeah, we love to be a part of that.
I do career fairs in high schools. And whenever I do a career fair, reach out to the vendors to send me swag. And we give to the kids every time they do. So if you guys ever have anything you want to give back, I'll shoot you an email. You shoot me some stuff, and the kids loves it. Anytime. And it'd be like I give them like an expo experience on a high school level. So
love that. Absolutely. Anytime. You let us know.
Kelly, I'm to have you on here. I appreciate you taking some time.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime you want to come, anything I can do to help you, I appreciate you because you were one of my most supportive ones out there. I finally got put a face with this person who kept reposting my stuff. I said, man, who is I appreciate her though, but
yeah,
so it works out
of
great.
course, anytime. Thanks for everything you do.
Thank you.
Getting the word out there.
And how the twins?
Man, there's something. 2-year-old twins is it's a beautiful storm all the time. Identical girls, man. They're giving me a run for my money.
Thank you. And I wish you well here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.